In this video, let's talk about why you should not start a local contractor agency. So there's a couple of pros and there's a couple of cons in regards of serving local contractors and doing lead generation or setting up any systems for them in order to actually close jobs. So let's first go into the pros. Number one is the pro of actually having a local lead gen agency is that the service delivery is very, very easy. So once you pick a niche, let's say you're targeting pool builders, for example. Once you could provide results of one client in one state or one city, you could do it for all of the US, you could do all of the world. And basically you create a GHL snapshot, you just duplicate it every single time for a lot of different clients. So in the online business world, there's a lot of people doing growth operating or selling info. And for the most part, it's not going to be a plug and play solution for every single person. And number two is it's very easy to reach via Facebook ads. So imagine how many contractors there are in the US. There's probably a couple of million at least just in the US alone. So you could basically reach your entire market just through Facebook ads. And for the most part, these contractors are pretty wealthy depending on who you talk to. There's a lot of roofers, there's a lot of pool builders that are currently doing millions of dollars per month. And they're just waiting to supercharge their marketing, waiting for you to actually sign on with them to help them do that. And then on top of that, it's pretty easy to generate results compared to what they're currently doing. If you're in the online space, let's say you're having an info product or you want to do content online, it's very, very competitive. But for the local lead gen space, a lot of contractors, what they have been doing in the past is basically just relying on referrals to come in, and then they close jobs and has grown their business to multi-six figures, if not seven figures a month. And you just come in with a little bit of ad spend, running Facebook ads, Google ads, or SEO, and you can provide them with a lot of results. And then the last thing is most agencies actually just quit after 1 month in. When I first started Aquaskill Agency, I've noticed that 3 or 4 competitors used to jump up every single month. And then 2 months later, these competitors just quit, or they went to another niche, or they started selling info. So it's pretty easy to succeed in a local lead gen space as long as you have the grit to keep working day in and day out and you just outlast the competition. It's never been easier to just outlast people because everybody gets shiny object syndrome. Even me in the beginning, when I was first got into Tai Lopez, I went to restaurants and then I quit after a weekend. And then I got into Amazon FBA, drop shipping, day trading, basically every single shiny object that you see online, I basically did in the past. And so I finally stuck my foot in and stuck with agency. Now let's talk about the cons. The con of the agency space is churn is going to be a big issue. And even if clients close jobs and you provide them with results, churn might still be an issue. The reason is because these local contractors basically function based off personal relationships. And you see a lot of info gurus online that says they used to send gifts out for birthdays, they used to send gifts out for anniversaries, and because they wanted to retain them as a client. And churn is always going to be an issue because there's new agencies popping up all the time. But let's say they go to a new agency. I've had so many clients that went to a new agency, tried them out for a month, and then they always come back. So you really need to solve the churn issue when tackling local contractor clients. On top of that, some clients might not be the best business owners because they're so used to working with referral leads and really, really warm leads. Whenever you give them colder leads like Facebook leads or Google leads or any ad spend leads, they're not used to having that speed to lead factor, which plays a big role in generating conversions on online leads and cold traffic. So you really need to kind of coach them, set expectations on what clients and what they actually do in order to have good results. And on top of that, what happens is there's a lot of competition, like I mentioned before, in terms of like 3 to 4 different agencies popping up in one niche per month, if not more. So you really need a unique angle that you can sell these clients. So for us, it's basically AI agency where we can automate a lot of their current workflows that agencies currently charge $2,000 a month, and then we'll pass the savings back to the contractor. So with this, you really need to create an offer that's very enticing. We need to have a unique mechanism. So in the past, it was pay per appointment, pay per close, pay per lead. And for the most part, all of that has been pretty saturated. So you really need a new mechanism in order to sell these local contractor clients and having that brand online, creating content so they see you as an authority figure in the space. So with everything I discussed, if you still want to start an agency, there's a lot of pros, there's some cons, But for the most part, every single business will have its cons. You always feel like the grass is always greener everywhere, that you're not. But in reality, the grass is only greener the places that you fertilize. So for the most part, if you want to start an agency, I have a whole blueprint in my school community, end to end, what you need to do every single day for 30 days straight to land your first AI or SMMA client. And we have all the ad scripts, we have all the sales scripts, sales recordings, in full training on how to get you from end to end and landing your first client in the first 30 days. So if you're interested, I'll attach a link down in the description. But if not, I'll catch you in the next video.